feel like Harry Star. Look, if we are having a meeting in my house, I'm going to be late to my house. That's how bad I am. Every time, nothing really good ever happens to me. So all my life, I've always been this very defensive person.
Hold on, turn your speaker down. This part about to get explicit. You ready?
Just like the day that the day I thought forever, day that
So I decided that I was going to do a makeover and get ready with me. So my hair looks like this. I did this hair a couple of days and it was too tight. I just had to lose it. I'm going to wear it in a week, so don't worry, I got you. I'm not going to look a mess. And please guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get right to it. So today's video is about 10 things that I'm going to be doing this year that is going to make my life better, and that's on period, because we're leveling up. Aren't you guys tired of being stagnant? I'm really tired of being stagnant in my life, and I thought, you know what, I need to make a difference. These are things that I knew that I needed to change, but I just never really worked on it. You know what guys, I'll be right back. Let me just do my bros first. I'm back. This bro screams danger. Now, things that I want to do to make my life better, and I want to share with you guys. Maybe you guys can take some notes, get your Bible and your book. Number one, I want to stop being a perfectionist. I really need to stop it. It's not helping my life in it. I mean, it's good at some points to be like a perfectionist, but like I realized that I'm not getting shit done in my life. If it's not perfect, I can't do it. I've been wanting to do a vlog for like years, but I just feel like, oh, I didn't have a camera, I didn't have the money, I didn't have this, I just got my ring light, I just got the microphone. I was just like, what if I don't have this thing? You know what inspired me was I was watching a vlog and this girl was talking about the fact that some of us want to be influencers. Like me, I want to be an influencer. So we're just waiting for the perfect time, and the perfect time is never going to come. So how about we just do it now? And she was like, oh, when she started doing this vlog, that she started with her iPhone 6, that she even used to borrow her neighbor's phone to make her vlogs. And I'm like, wow, I can just start where I am. And she was like, when she started doing the vlogs and started growing, I started making money to even afford it. She was like, how can she even afford the things that she wants if she doesn't even start small? So we have to start small. Number two is waking up early. I started this habit of waking up 5 a.m. every day, and trust me, it's been the best decision I've made this year. Like, I just always feel so refreshed and organized, like I know what I'm doing in my life. Even if I don't, I'm just waking up 5. That 5 a.m. thinking and just making plans, oh my god, is the best. I'm just always going to wake up early and maybe jog around my estate and just think and just have that quiet time to myself. And to wake up 5 a.m. I have to sleep early, like 8, 9, because I sleep 2, 3, and that's not healthy. I always wake up with headaches and migraine every freaking day, and I realize that when I wake up late, I always get to work late. My boss is always angry with me. In fact, it's not even about my boss. I feel like one of the best things in this my job is teaching me to be early to things. I never took out. Look, if we are having a meeting in my house, I'm going to be late to my house. That's how bad I am. My boss made me realize that coming early gives people a really good impression about your life, and it's so good. Trust me, like it's a really good thing being early to, especially a meeting or something that pays your bills. You need to take it seriously, no matter how small it is. Take it seriously. So yeah, waking up 5:30 every morning and going to bed like at least by 9. I should be in bed. Compulsory, I must be in bed. So now with my makeup, one thing I always do before I add concealer is I add extra light foundation before going with the concealer. Like I add another layer of foundation. I don't know, it just really helps. Number 3 is to journal more. Right from when I was a kid, I've always had a diary. I have a stack of all my diaries about my best friends, my crushes, everything. And it got to a point I never saw the use. I was like, what's the use of this thing? Until last year. You know when you've grown and you just feel stagnant again? That's where I am. Last year I did a lot of growing. A lot of self-awareness happened to me, and I was journaling it. So 2022 I got depressed. I felt so stagnant in my life, like. And 2021, mind you, I was so close to God. I used to be this bad luck person. Every time nothing really good ever happens to me. So 2021 I became so close to God, so close that I was shocked that, is this me reading my Bible every day, going to not necessarily going to church every time, but like I was always reading my Bible, getting to know God. God was always speaking to me. I feel like I want to share so many deep parts of my life with you guys, and I got close to God. And 2022 I was so depressed. I got back into depression, and because I wasn't close to God anymore. But I wasn't close to God anymore because I was depressed. Like, does that make sense? I was depressed because I wasn't close to God, and I wasn't close to God because I was depressed. Make that make sense to me. We humans are so complicated. In 2021, I was journaling down my journey with God, journey of my life and my growth and everything. But 2021, I was so depressed, I didn't even have time for journaling. Like, that was the least of my problems. 2022, why I was depressed, one day I just sat down crying about my life, moving forward, forgetting that this life is about process. There's so much we need to learn as humans, and it's so funny how the Bible so much emphasizes on patience, like patience and God. If you don't have patience, you really cannot work with God. Or just forget it. So I was pressuring myself. Why am I mates? I'm 22. I'm going to be 23 in a month's time. I'm 22. I haven't achieved anything. I wasn't counting my blessings because I definitely have achieved stuff. But I just, when depression comes, you just don't see these things, or you undermine them. So 2022, one time I just opened my diary, my journal, and I was reading all the things that I did in 2021, and I was like, Precious, wait a minute. Are you joking? Like, I felt like an ungrateful because there were people that had it worse than me. I'm comfortable, I can afford my basic things, I can eat, I have a roof over my head, I have an amazing boss, I have a beautiful family. What more do I want? Journaling just helps us look back to where we are coming from as humans, because sometimes we forget. Wherever we are gets so much into our head and we forget where we are coming from. So journaling helps you to be accountable for your life. Like, okay, this is what I want to do. And it's not good when you set goals and then you look back in a year, you're reading your journal, you're like, wow, I really did this. Like, it encourages you and it makes you feel like your life is in order. It really helps, trust me. So journaling, I want to go back to journaling this year. So anytime I feel sad, I can go back and count my blessings that God has been so good to me. The first thing I want to start doing this year to make myself a better person is understand things from people's perspective. Like, when people do things to me, I want to know why they did it to me than reacting to what they did to me. I want to think from your own think box, like, why are you doing this? I want to understand you so then I can know how I'm going to react. All my life, I've always been this very defensive person. I'm a very small person. I'm very petite, and people tend to be very disrespectful. So growing up, I started getting rude. Before you can be rude to me, I want to be rude to you. Like, what's up? Till last year, I was very rude. Even before people are even rude to me, I don't give them back. But I always study people before I'm rude to them. When I know that you're bringing up this energy, okay, I'm going anywhere. Like, let's go. I realized that I wasn't being a good person. It was fucked up. I don't want to be that person. So I was like, you know what? Let's understand humans more, because even in my life, I do some things and I hurt people, not on purpose, but sometimes even when people are rude to me, I try to understand, like, are they in a bad mood? Are they depressed? Are they, it's not about me, it's about you. Like, figure your shit out. I'm not about to start having a bad day because someone was rude to me. I don't hate them. I just want to understand why you did what you did and move on from that. Than wasting my reaction, getting angry, getting sad because of a human being. Because we humans are going through a lot of shit. Like, see, it's one thing to be human, it's one thing to be black, it's one thing to be black in Africa, then it's another thing to be a Nigerian in Africa, and it's another thing to be living in Lagos. Come on, mentally it's exhausting. It's a lot of things that make people do whatever they do. So I've learned to try and understand why they are doing what they do, and it's been helping me. I don't react, I'm just calm to situations. I mean, that's why I want to be lipstick. Life is never that deep. It's never that deep. So number 5 is to be more organized in my life. Guys, even when I'm organized, I can be disorganized. I want to focus more on, getting my room arranged, writing down what I'm supposed to do, whatever I'm supposed to do at work, do it. Just be more organized, you get, because it really helps my life. Anytime I'm disorganized, I always have a shitty ass day, and I'm sick of having shitty ass days. Now, I didn't even tell you guys the purpose of this makeup. I want to take pictures. I want to be more serious on my Instagram. Like, people always miss me, like, you're so pretty, you should be posting pictures on Instagram. I'm like, okay. And I want to be an influencer. So let's just see how it goes. Like I said, this vlog is just for achieving my goals and sharing it with you guys. So let's see, am I gonna be an influencer? Am I not? Let's just see how it goes. I've stopped putting pressure in my life. Hey, I look like a clown. But don't worry, it's gonna turn out fine. And first thing, if you are depressed, just arrange your room. When you arrange your room, it gives you a more sane mind. You feel more sane, even though you are running mad, but you feel sane. The worst thing is to be depressed and have a messy ass room. I'm 22, I'm going to be 23 next month. All 22 years of my life, I've lived it not making plans, not making goals, and look at where I am now. I always tell myself, like, if I was someone that was more organized, I would have gone far. I know myself, I would have gone far. Look at where we are today, because we are not organized, because we procrastinate. We need to stop procrastinating and get things done. I'm sure everybody tells you this, but trust me, procrastination is stealing so much than you think from you. It's not even God's way to procrastinate. In the Bible, when Jesus had things to do, he did it like when he needed to do it. I never read about Jesus sleeping and the disciples come and like, God, we have this miracle to perform, or we have to go to Galilee or something. And Jesus was like, nah, let me take a nap for 5 minutes. He always did it ASAP, and that's why he could achieve so much to the age of 30. Pardon me if he didn't, but you know, he could achieve so much at that age before he died. That's my point. Wait, I did not contour. What am I doing? The sixth one is to get back to God. Now, this is a whole last story on its own. I used to be so close to God, and I could tell the difference. Oh my God, that's why nobody can tell me out of serving God, because I knew the difference in my life. Like, so many good things were happening to me back to back. Let's just say my life was more like an experiment, because when I got further away from God, I resumed back to my bad luck. Not really so much of bad luck, but it's just that good things weren't just happening to me the way they were supposed to be happening to me. God never lets me down. He always shows me that he's there for me. Whenever I'm ready to come back, I'm gonna come back, and I'm ready, because I don't see shaggy. Don't want to be there. Getting back to God, reading my Bible more. This time around, getting back to God, I want to get to. And now let me give you guys the backstory of why I go further away from God. I used to feel guilty because every time I was praying, I was like, God, I need my own apartment on the island. I always needed something, you know. And I was always feeling guilty because I kept watching sermons about getting to know God. Imagine someone getting to know you for what you have to offer them. So I was like, you know what, I need to get to know God for him. So like, I'm gonna come back when I'm ready to know God for him. And one thing about me that has helped me so much in my life is I'm a very honest person with myself. I don't lie to myself. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm always honest to myself. So I noticed that so many good things were always happening to me when I was closer with God. Like, so, oh my God, I had a good time. 2021 was my year. The funniest part was serving God. I was coming from depression, so it was such a good time. So like, God came into my life at the right time. One thing I've learned, because I watch a lot of sermons, is that don't feel guilty asking God for anything. Like, I used to feel guilty. That's why I stopped praying. Like, I was like, Precious, you can't keep doing this. Like, you need to know God for God. But like, he's my dad, he's my sky daddy. Like, who else am I going to ask? It's like my sugar daddy. So like, technically, if I want something, I'm gonna ask him. And I'm not gonna feel guilty. Imagine if you had a rich dad, like your dad was very rich, will you, and he's like, you know what, come to me, I got everything you want, just obey me. Would you feel guilty? No, because he already set the, you know, blank check for you. I was like, you know what, don't feel guilty getting to know God. Like, he's there. That's why he's there. Ask him whatever you want, but just get to know him. It will be so much joy if you got to know him for who he is, you know, not just for what he can do for you. Now the sixth one is I want to start my own business and also work. And this business idea, God really put it in my heart. God didn't put an idea in your heart just to put it in your heart. He put it there for a reason. So you have to, that means God's really got your back. Like, if he puts an idea in your heart, like, he really has your back. And this business, God really put it in my heart because I was wondering, like, God, what am I going to do in my life? I want to jack back from this country and I need to save. What am I gonna do in my life? I need to start a business. I've always been an independent person. I've never been the one to depend on my parents. I couldn't even if I wanted to. So I've always been the type to get shit done by myself right from a young age. Not like, I'm not gonna lie that my parents just pay my school fees, but like, you know, I started helping myself out from a very early age, so I'm kind of used to that. So yeah, I want to start my own business. My business, I don't want to do hair. No disrespect to whoever is in this business, but like, I don't want to do hair. I don't want to do clothes. Like, I want something more. And I've realized that a business that you're going to make more money, you have to put in more money. That's just how the world is. The last one, oh, that's all. Oh, it's even plastic. That's all. I'll be right back when I'm done with my makeup. It's me snatched.
I don't give girl flowers, I'll give you good wood though. If you want me all for yourself, then darling.
I used to think this was Tenny. Like, it sounds so much like Tenny. Or am I the only one, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Like, let's start. This type of songs like really gets me because I'm like a real lover girl. So yeah, sign me up. I want to like fix my frontal. Growing up, I knew I had like a different nose, and I've never really met anybody that has this type of my nose. I've been looking for like, we're gonna be besties because I've not seen. I just wanted to know that I wasn't the only one in the world that had this type of nose. I think one time I went to the hospital and the doctor was telling me I escaped some kind of like disease where the mouth like is joined with the nose. Imagine you people not being able to see this pretty face because of some silly ass disease. Now me taking the whole 2 minutes talking about my nose. I'm okay with it, so you should be too. I can't wait for the day I'll meet Burna. I'm probably styling. Oh my god, I've always wanted to style Rema, Burna, and Wizkid one day. Okay, Precious, you're doing too much. Okay, this is a lot of gel, Precious. Yeah. Huh?
I don't give girl flowers, I'll give you good wood though. If you want me all for yourself, then darling, you probably should go. There's no way I can stand in the rain.
I don't go see the girl so.
I don't give girl flowers.
That's my husband. Married.
I don't give girl flowers, I'll give you good wood though. If you want me all for yourself, then
You wanna do all of my ladies. I feel like I'm a star. Ooh, my lips make you cry? Selena, you're a bad girl.
I don't give girl flowers, I'll give you good wood though. If you want me all for yourself, then darling.